Now we're rolling again. Zach and I are back live again.
Yeah, we got to talk about some stuff.
We had to talk. So just for everybody watching this, we just got through interviewing Brandon Hansvik for his fight at FitCon, and then prior to that, we just spent an hour and a half breaking down the whole UFC card.
Don't tell people how long we're podcasting.
Okay,
they're good. People can get mad. They think I never work.
Who's listening to this? As long as my wife and your wife isn't listening to it, well, it's probably
my
your
wife
wife.
listens. She listens to all of it.
There's one person.
I have to mind my P's and Q's.
You better be good. You're going to be in trouble. Yeah. So anyways, we didn't get to talk about a few things. There's some huge news in the MMA world. Break it down, Zach. Break it down.
So Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor said, fine. Dustin Poirier is like, fine, UFC, you're not going to pay me? Whatever. I'll go do whatever. And Conor has wanted to stay active, and you have to take him at his word when he said he wanted to do the season. Dana, being the businessman, has not given Conor fights because he thinks he should wait for the winner of Khabib Gaethje. Right?
Yeah.
And so Conor said, fine, I'm retired. He's never been retired. He wants to fight. He wants to fight so bad he's willing to fight people like Diego Sanchez, which is crazy. But he just wants to fight. And because here's the other thing too. Conor, this is where I think Conor haters really need to check themselves on this a little bit. And I know I love Conor and I'm a little biased, a lot of bias, but realistically, like if the dude just wants to fight and he's not really cared about wins and losses, and he's like, no, I just want to be active. Like I want to fight again. Like I want to be active, but you got to give him fights that make sense.
For sure. 100%.
And they wouldn't offer him. So Dustin and Conor, and I'll bet you this happened before it played out on social media. I guarantee it happened over text message and over phone calls. They forced the UFC's hand.
Oh, 100%.
Said, we're going to go, you know what? We're just going to go to Ireland and we're just going to put on a little exhibition fight, open weight class, $500,000 to the charity of Dustin Poirier's choice. We're just going to put on a little show for everybody. Oh, by the way, we're also going to do it on the same night as Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman was scheduled and steal all the pay-per-views. So finally, Dana was like, all right, F both of you guys. Yeah. Here's your contracts. Like, fine, fight each other for the UFC then.
I mean, most people, if that would have been on the same night, are watching McGregor and Poirier.
I am.
It could just be an exhibition kickboxing match, and everybody is going to be watching that because and not to say
that's the rematch from Conor's run at 145 that still today, like we want to see happen.
100%.
That or Max Holloway for me at one.
And that's not taking away anything from Usman and Burns because both of those guys are elite levels. It just goes to show you the marketing.
Usman's boring.
Usman's boring. He doesn't market himself very well, but he's
Burns is fun. He's getting his name out there.
He's definitely getting his name out there a lot more. I love how he's tweeting every day.
So active on Twitter,
even though he's not coming on our podcast yet, bastard. Although,
no, but hear me out here.
Okay.
Why? Like this is so perfect. And then they said, and then this is even better. The UFC goes, yeah, it'll be in January sometime. And Conor goes, well, let's fight in November or December. I don't want to do January. I want to fight in 2020 again. He wants to be active. This is kind of, I get what Dana's doing, but I think it's kind of crazy that their biggest moneymaker wants to be active and they're the ones not allowing him to be active because Dana's afraid if he loses, he's going to lose his cash cow.
There's no way. Even if he loses, even if Poirier beats him, he's still a cash cow.
Do you think Poirier beats him?
No.
Do you think it's one-sided?
It's not going to go like the first fight, but I do think McGregor ends up. I just think his striking's better, and Poirier's defense, his striking defense, is
he gets hit too much.
Yeah, he gets hit too much.
So,
and even though he's not going to have he got caught with a shot. He had a rough weight cut. We all know about it. We've talked about it. You know, he was cutting a bunch of weight to go to 145. Now they fight at 155. Maybe he takes a punch a little bit better, but eventually I think McGregor he ends up getting him.
I think there's a chance it looks a lot like the Eddie Alvarez fight with Poirier again. I think at 155, Conor still carries that punching power, but he's still quicker than everybody. And his hands land. Like I understand that Poirier had a rough weight cut, but like the size, like there's not like a size difference. Like Connor's bulked up significantly since his 145 days. So is Dustin Poirier. Like I really just don't think it goes that much differently. And again, like you said, Poirier eats a lot of shots.
Yeah. It's, you know, there's
him and Gaethje. It's why they're so fun, because they take a lot of punishment and then they give it out. Connor doesn't really get hit that much. There's
no losers in this fight, in my opinion.
None.
We win as fans. We are going to win as fans, because
no matter what.
And honestly, either one of those guys whoever loses that fight, I don't think it necessarily sets them back. I mean, I don't see either one of those guys contending for a title, but I don't think it sets them back as far as getting more money fights.
You don't see either of them contending for a title again?
No.
Oh, I do, 100%. Are you kidding me?
Neither one of those. I mean, maybe if Khabib's gone, but if Khabib's up there still.
That's what I'm saying. Khabib's gone by the end of 2021.
Then
I 100%. If Khabib beats Justin Gaethje, he is fighting GSP at 155 next summer, and that's it.
I would love to see that fight.
Dude, look at. Did you see Justin or not
GSP?
Did you see his interview?
Yes.
He would not rule out the fight. He would not do, and he looks slimmer.
He looks very slim.
He's already trimming his body down to make 155. 100%.
I love that fight. Love it. Hi, Cammy. Thanks for watching.
Who wins?
Oh, man.
Who wins that fight?
Oh, man. I mean, I don't want to write off GSP. I wasn't a huge GSP fan. Like, my wife is a huge GSP fan, and you're a huge GSP fan.
I'm not a huge GSP fan. How dare you?
I think, man, I mean, I don't know. It could go, you know, obviously GSP is obviously going to be better on his feet. He's got the better striking. He's got the better kicks. He's more agile. He's the better stand-up fighter, but is he going to be able to stop Khabib's takedowns?
No.
I mean, maybe early on he gets up from a couple, but eventually, like all of Khabib's fights, if you go watch them, he gets people down and just mauls them. He's just on a different level. Those guys over in Russia, they are just on a different level. Hi, Kelly. We got lots of people. My Facebook. Rowdy Akers from Kansas, baby. What's up, Rowdy?
Yeah, my wife, Kendrid. Shout out Mason.
Shout out. I can't see your Facebook stream.
Well,
everybody's commented on mine. I wish we need to get we need to get
because you're not buying tickets for me.
Why am I not buying tickets for you, Zach?
I don't know. Why aren't you, Jason?
Your opponent's a Marine, man.
I don't care.
It's like my brother, man. Like
I'm gonna choke you out next Saturday.
I'm not coming.
Yo, you're coming.
It's date night.
You're coming. Oh, it's not date night at 10 a.m., pal.
Man, dude, I love Rowdy. Rowdy's watching, man. I'm excited for Rowdy's fight this Saturday.
I'm not excited to watch bare knuckle boxing, but I'm excited to write.
Yeah, we've talked about it. We're not huge fans, but dude, we're backing Rowdy, man. If there's anybody that's made for bare knuckle fighting, it's freaking Rowdy. Like
that's freaking Rowdy.
He just likes to fight. He's a dog. He's a savage. What was the other big news? Didn't we have Ferguson tweeting? Ferguson,
yeah, Tony Ferguson's tweeting like a crackhead again, and love the guy. But hey, Tony, chill out, bro. He gets on these rants. He's MFing Justin Gaethje and all this stuff. Who just schooled him, like absolutely schooled him. Calm down.
Yeah.
Khabib, and he's calling them out, and he says if neither of them will fight, he wants to go up to 170 and welcome back Nick Diaz to the UFC. And that is not a name I had thought about before, but I would watch all of that. Like Tony Ferguson versus Nick Diaz is so fun to me.
I love it.
That one is like, yeah, that's fun. Like,
that's a promotable fight. That's a big fight.
That's a co-main event on a pay-per-view card or a main event on like an ESPN Plus card for sure. And it's
not to change the subject, but reverse this. Reverse back just a little bit to what we were talking about. Is Connor and Poirier a main event? Or is it a fight night main event, or is it's got to be a pay per view with Conor and Poirier? It's got to be.
There's no way Conor is co-main eventing a card.
So they're going to make the main event a non-title fight, or what do you call that? A main event charity?
You know what? I
Match
have a question. Well, yeah. You know what? If they're just going to pay him, I'll bet you if they pay him enough, they both fight on it. Be the main on a ESPN Plus card.
I don't know, man. You'd think you'd want that revenue from the pay-per-views, wouldn't you?
But here's the thing you got to remember. If Conor's fighting that soon, there's not going to be fans.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not going to be fans.
Yeah, but they're getting the revenue. Don't they get the revenues? Well, from the pay-per-view, people are going to be buying the pay-per-view.
How many subscriptions to ESPN Plus does Conor McGregor generate? 1 billion?
It's going to be insane.
1 billion?
Put them on.
Or you tell Conor and Dustin to be the co-main and give the flyweight division a little love and let Figueiredo and Alex Perez be the main event on a card, but everybody really knows that Conor Poirier is the main event, and let those little guys get all those pay-per-view points for Conor McGregor.
Yeah, dude, I'm so bummed on Usman and Burns, man.
This is the problem with Usman. Like this is why he's never going to take off, though. This is the problem. It's why he's never going to take off. He won't he's not active enough. And I mean, if it's injured, I'm not questioning his toughness. I am not. I mean, if he says he's injured, I believe he's injured, and he should not, as the champion, go into fights compromised. It's his job to keep that belt, right?
100%.
But the next breath, you have to say you got to be a little bit more active than he is, because if you go and look at his rundown here. Kamara, Snoozman.
Houston slapping the A's, by the way.
Okay,
for all you baseball fans.
Go Astros. Hey, my Braves already made it. We're waiting for you, Dodgers. Oh, yeah, they smoked him 7-0. So Usman, he fought once in 2020, twice in 2019, but like 9 months apart. I mean, his fastest turnaround recently was four months between RDA and Tyron Woodley. That's because he didn't even have to try with Tyron.
Does anybody have to try with Tyron?
That was his title shot. But now that he's gotten the belt, so he beat Tyron Woodley, he went and he took 9 months off, and then beat Colby, and then he went and he took 8 months off and beat Jorge, and now so now he's not going to fight till next summer probably.
Who does Jorge fight next?
Colby Covington. Has to be.
Oh, yeah. We did talk about that. I don't know why.
Or Leon Edwards. If Leon won't take a fight against anybody else, let that fight happen.
That's kind of died down, man. Like, it would have been great, a month or two after.
Fast.
Yeah.
It would build back up so fast.
Speaking of somebody capitalizing on their stardom, Jorge is like, he's capitalizing, man. He's got a drink out at some bar in Miami. I saw on Twitter, like his own special drink with his tequila in it. Like, he's capitalizing.
He did it the right way, man. He's made himself relevant and fun and interesting.
I
did
like
it in
that.
a way, unlike Colby, he doesn't look like a giant prick doing it.
I like that. I really
so do I.
Like
he's fun. He's so fun.
Did you watch the what was it, Uncharted or Undocumented on ESPN Plus?
That was so good.
I just started the 4th episode. Undisclosed. That's what it is.
So good.
When he gets off the plane in his slippers and his freaking robe. Oh man, I love it. Love it.
But hey, we got a card this weekend.
We do got a card this weekend. It's a really good card too.
Yeah, I actually think it's slightly underrated. You're going to see some stuff. There are some good value on some underdogs.
Very good value on underdogs on this card. If you're a betting man,
the dogs are out. The dogs are out this weekend.
Where do you want to start at? Do you want to start at the first fight's the first one we pretty much know who's going to win that fight.
Which was the first one?
Does Bruno Silva have a chance against Tagir?
No. He's
Russian. They all have a
no,
chance.
But he's Russian. No, we don't pick against Russians. Jason.
How is he just Russian? He's from Dagestan and he trains with Khabib. He's a killer.
But so did the last guy Khabib cornered, and that dude.
He did get his ass whooped.
That guy got punked.
But yeah, we didn't. Our best.
He had a dude walk at him with his hands down, screaming "effing fight me."
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
So I mean, hey,
that doesn't happen with Khabib. But the first one, you could take a lot of value in the second fight of the night is the women's fight. Tracy Cortez. I know you like Tracy Cortez a lot. I do too, but I do see some value in Egger at plus 155 on that one. She's bigger. She's got the wrestling background. She's got submissions.
Yeah,
There's value there.
There's definitely value.
I'm rooting for Cortez. I love her story.
Yeah, I that's probably a stay away from me. If you're looking at anything there to cash on some money, you're looking at the over 2.5. I don't think there's gonna be a finish in that fight. So
what about Gigi and Morales? That's another one that they could have some.
I think that's another one. I actually like Gigi. I think he's a little bit of an underdog. I actually like his experience with kickboxing. I think it mostly stays on the feet, and I think he outpoints him to a decision. That's another one. Like, I don't have strong feelings towards a lot of these. Impa, I think he's a big favorite for a reason. I know some people like Buckley, but I think Impa's. I think he's an animal, dude. I really do. And not taking anything away from Buckley, because that dude, I mean,
I thought the line should have been a little closer.
To win in a main event of an LFA and turn around on 6 days and fight somebody like Kevin Holland, that's crazy high expectations. And he did pretty well, but you could just tell he wasn't on that level yet.
Yeah,
I think Impa's ready to go on a little bit of a run. I think we'll see him get to like about 12-0 or so before he might really struggle.
Tom Breeze.
Tom Breeze.
He's a huge.
I think I picked KB as a.
You did pick him.
He's an underdog, but
he's a big underdog. That was the one that you could go either way on that one. A lot of value in that fight too.
I feel like that's more value. I think Breeze should win, but I think that there's a lot of value there.
Breeze just has the experience in that fight. Like that's the difference, I think.
I would say. I mean, there's really only 3 locks to me on this entire card. And that's Yusuf, Zalal.
I think that's pretty
I'm
much
not. I am not betting against that team.
I like
ever.
That.
Tom Espinoza. That's 1,000% lock. He's knocking him out in the first round. It's a lock. Like, I don't know what else to say, but I think that's the freest money Vegas is ever going to try and give you.
For everybody, listen, we did a more comprehensive breakdown on these on a different one, which will be loaded up. So.
Yeah,
we're just going over these real quick.
And then I think Edson Barbosa. I think he's on a different level than my man in his Playboy Tapology.
I love his Tapology picture.
Well, that's fine, but
I think it's going to be.
But that Tapology picture is not going to help him from getting kicked in the freaking head from Edson Barbosa.
You're right. I think that one's going to be a good fight, though. I think it's going to be fireworks for the first round and a half, and then you'll see Barbosa take over.
Yeah, I think. Derekus to please. I think he's a pretty solid. I think he's a pretty solid pick. I think Marlon Moraes, Corey Sandhagen. I like Sandman, but it's a coin flip, dude. Like, if you said, "Hey, Moraes is going to win this fight by a first round knockout," couldn't argue it. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but I'm not going to. I want to argue too hard for it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to stay off of that one. I don't think I'm going to even mess with that one. I like Moraes, but I don't think I'm going to mess with it. Honestly.
Yeah. Maybe the under 3.5 rounds.
I could see it going under 3.5 with both those guys.
I think I like that.
I do like that.
I like that better than picking the winner.
We touched on this just before this. If it's going into those later rounds, you can probably bank on Sandhagen winning.
Yeah.
Like if Moraes wins, it's going to be early. If Sandhagen's winning, it could be early or late, I think. I don't think Moraes has the finishing potential in those later rounds. I think he'll gas. I don't know. Maybe he'll show up. Maybe he'll surprise me. I don't know. I don't know.
That I don't know, but I think it's going to be fun. That's our quick little breakdown.
Quick breakdown.
My son has his first track race.
Hunter?
Go. Yeah.
Nice. Tell him good luck.
Elementary track. So I got to go watch him run. I got to get there.
Hell yeah. All right. Get out of here.
So
talk to you later. Good luck, Hunter.
Peace.
Peace.